Hi guys, it's Mrs. Daniel here. You're going to watch this video if you worked your warm-up today and you happen to get this problem wrong. This problem is from our major assessment 3.3. It was number 2, and it's what we call a highly missed question. So I'm just going to really quick show you how you could work this problem. Assuming that we've read it, the dimensions of a triangular prism are shown in the diagram. What is the volume of the triangular prism in cubic centimeters? So something that you can always do to help yourself is just to underline the question and then go up there and start picking out the important information that you need. So what's really important to me is that I know that I'm finding the volume. So what I would do on my paper is I would simply write out the formula for finding the volume of any prism. So that's what I'm going to start with, is volume is the area of the base times the height of the prism. Then what I need to do is I need to identify what kind of prism it is, and I'm so lucky when they go up here and they actually just tell me, hey, it's a triangular prism. So what that tells me is I'm really going to need to focus on this triangle here, okay? Now there's also a triangle in the back, and it's actually congruent to the one in the front. And I like the one in the front because it doesn't have any of those awful slant numbers. So I'm going to go up here and just put red X's through these 10s. Anytime we're finding volume or area, we're never going to use those slant numbers. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to substitute in a formula for the capital B, which means base area. And since my base is a triangle, I'm going to substitute in 1/2 of the base times the height of the triangle, and then I want to multiply that by the height of the prism. Okay, so next step is to take and find those numbers. So my triangle here that I'm using is now I'm going to identify an orange. It has a base number of 12 and a height number of 8. So I'm going to come back into my formula, and I'm going to now say 1/2, and I'm going to utilize parentheses to show that I'm multiplying 12 times 8. And that, guys, is going to be my area of my triangular base known as the capital B in the formula. Then what I have to do is I have to find the height of the prism, which is going to be this H. The height of the prism will always be the distance between the bases. So from triangle to triangle, it's 34. So then I have to multiply this by 34. Again, please remember, we're not using these 10s up here because they are slant heights, and we need perpendicular bases and heights. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of my math. I'm going to start multiplying and so forth. So there's more than one way you can do it, but I think most of us are going to do our 12 times our 8 first. So you can always come over to a margin and do 12 times 8. Okay, 8 times 2 is 16. I'm going to carry my 1. And then I'm going to do 8 times 1 is 8 plus 1 is 96. So this is going to be 1/2 of 96 times 34. Okay, in my class, my students, we discussed that taking 1/2 of 96 is the same thing as taking 96 and dividing it by 2. So that's what we chose to do. And so I'm going to take 9 and divide it by 2, and that is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. We're going to do 9 minus 8, which is 1, and I'm going to bring down the 6. 2 goes into 16 8 times, and 8 times 2 is 16, so I have a 0 remainder, and that means I am done. I know what 1/2 of 96 is. I'm going to come all the way up here, and I'm now going to say 48 multiplied by 34. Okay, I do not have this answer memorized by any means, so I'm going to have to take a moment and take 48 times 34. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry a 3. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 is 16, 17, 18, 19. Got it, 192. Then, of course, I'm going to put this 0 with an X over it to show that that's a placement holder, because I'm now going to multiply by the tens digit, which is the 3. 3 times 8. Oh, gosh, if I can't remember 3 times 8, sometimes I just count it up, right? 2 times 8 is 16, and then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's going to be a 24. I'm going to put down my 4 and carry my 2. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. And since I had 2 digits, I have to add up 2 lines of data. So right here is going to be 2. 9 and 4 makes 13, carry a 1. 4, 5, 6 here, and a 1. So I found my answer to be 1,632, and I'm going to check my units, and my units are in centimeters. And since I'm finding volume, this is going to be centimeters to the 3rd power, or centimeters cubed. And when I look at my answers, I'm going to come on over here, and I'm going to notice that my correct answer should have been H. Thanks for hanging in there and watching the problem. Watch it again if you need to rework it. Best of luck.